Castine is over that way, trying to stay out in the rain underneath a tree. He's at the softball game. This is Calvin Castine. The sun is shining, but the raindrops have been falling off and on. This is Mountain and Valley Athletic Conference varsity baseball. Forgive us while we try to work around our canvas cover. This is Schroon Lake Wildcats. And they have an out to start the game. And Schroon Lake is, of course, visiting Chazy, beautiful downtown Chazy. The first batter was Lance Parody, and this is Jeff Armstrong. Muggsy LaFave called the balls and strikes. Yeah. A wily veteran. Nice to see him behind the plate. Let's see, this is Tregan pitching here, I think. Maybe not. No, it doesn't look like Tregan. Somehow I thought Tregan was pitching. Well, Tregan's at first. Pitching is Osher, Ricky Osher. His battery mate is Caleb Snide. This is the 20th day of April, 2010. There's a base hit through the left side of the infield. And Armstrong is on with the one-out single. We had a 4:30 start. We started maybe a minute or so late on this Tuesday. But we're going to be here for no more than 2 hours. So if this game is not done by 6:30, we are out of here anyway. We've got the annual confirmation ceremony at Sacred Heart Church just in back of us. And these kids have, the Catholic kids that is, have one chance at a confirmation and a lot of times chances to play ball, so we're not going to be taping a ball game and missing the confirmation. So we'll be there along with our Bishop-elect Terry LaValle. Here's a strike. This batter, by the way, is let's see, it's number 3 batter Wesley Beers, the center fielder. So we will be here till 6:30, no later. And we're heading for Sacred Heart to cover the confirmation. So we got Rick Osher pitching, Caleb Snide behind the plate, John Tregan at first, Mike Santor is at second base. Third base is Mike Osher. Oops, I'm reading the lineup here, and Osher is pitching here. Shortstop is Kyle McCarthy. Left field, you got Austin Santor. That's Al Lowen outside. That's ball 4. They'll be first and second with one out. So you got Santor in left, Nathan Reynolds in center, and Jacob Kennedy in right field. Non-starters are Andrew Rabideau, Keith LeDuc, and Mike Ariba. Brian Norcross, the coach. And he's also the athletic director here at Chazy. Pitch to the cleanup man, Matt Savari. Must have been off the plate a little bit. Pickoff move at second. And almost got him. Nice try. 2 on, 1 out here in the first. Low and outside. We'll go through the Schroon Lake lineup as they come up to the plate. Here's one hit to short, looking for possible 2. They get the one at second. I'm going to have to take this canvas cover off my camera here. I'm not able to see quite the way I'd like to. And the rain has stopped for them, at least for the time being. This is a strike. That'd be second and third with 2 outs. Stolen base there for Savari. Tony Vanderwalker is at the plate. Swing way ahead of that one. He was entirely fooled. 2 outs. Two runners in scoring position. Schroon Lake threatening here in the first. Strike three looking. Caught the outside of the plate. So big K for O'Shea and nothing across for the Wildcats after 1/2 inning of play. It's Schroon Lake nothing, and the Eagles coming to bat here on viewer-supported hometown cable. We'll quickly go through the defense for the Wildcats here, and we'll give the subs. Pitching is Lance Parody. Battery mate is Tony Vanderwalker. First base, it's Jeff Armstrong. Second, it's Nick Langevere. Shortstop, Matt Savari. Third base, Brennan Bush. Outfield, Jeremy Terrell, Wesley Beers, and Justin Wachowski going from left to right. Jimmy Bowen, Joe DeZalia, Chris Viverka, and Dylan Jock are the non-starters. Nate Reynolds will lead off for the Eagles as soon as he gets rid of that bracelet. And for the moment, we have bright sunshine. Tomorrow I'm scheduled to be, last night I was at Northeastern, tomorrow I'm scheduled to be in Ellenburg, but the weather forecast ain't too good. Try to be fair as we can to our 3 northern tier schools. There's a swing and a miss. We're glad Sam Castine was able to be here today. He's day to day as far as being available. He is available today. We appreciate that. It allowed us to cover both of these games. Otherwise, if they were playing like they normally would, where you'd have a boy or a girl varsity team going here instead of what they started last year, which is both varsity baseball and softball playing at the same time, same area. It's out of play. Then they have the modified doing the same. So instead of the modified and or JV following the varsity, they have both varsity teams coming to a school, and not sure entirely what. Whoa, nice stop by Parody over the first, and Reynolds is out. Not entirely sure why what the attraction is of doing that. I'm sure if I were a student, I'd like the idea, because you'd be riding the bus with the members of the opposite sex, so that's always fun, but not quite sure why the schools want to do it. Here's Rick O'Shea, the Eagle pitcher. One out here in the bottom of the first, no score. He goes fishing for one. April 20th, 2010, 4/2010. Very nice weather. The grass got awfully green within the last week or so. That's a high fly ball. Center fielder Beers grabs it. We have 2 down. Let's bring up Caleb Snide. So anyway, getting back to my point, with the Chazy playing boys and girls varsity on the same night, it makes it difficult for us to be here. If not for these Chazy games, I'd be in Beekmantown tonight. Northeastern girls are playing Beekmantown, and that's West Chazy fans, so we try to cover as many Beekmantown games as we can. And of course, the Cougars there, that's why we would be there in that particular instance. But we decided to come here, and one of the big factors was the confirmation, which we can leave here and know we'll get there in time. Or if I had to come from Beekmantown, we would have a little bit further drive. I think there's only 4 varsity home dates in foul territory. That is grabbed by Brennan Bush, and we're going to go to the second inning. Still scoreless, nothing on the scoreboard. I called the school earlier today to make sure that the games hadn't been moved up because of the confirmation. And Brian Norcross, the athletic director, was out mowing the lawn, I was told. So one of those other duties that AD has to handle once in a while. Brennan Bush will lead off for Schroon Lake in the second. We try to give the visiting coaches our calling cards so that they know where to look for these games on the internet. And we just hope that they'll pass that information along to their players and their parents. As of today's taping, we are well over 2,800 videos online at Plattsburgh.com and HometownCableNetwork.com. And we're adding more almost on a daily basis. Foul tipped, got a piece of it. Well hit, but it's got a lot of air under it. Reynolds backpedals all the way, catches up with it. He's going to tell us there's never a doubt, but he made it look interesting. Backpedaling all the way, a well-hit ball by Bush. Bush. Now here's second baseman Nick Langevere. Strike one, goes after one out of the strike zone. More and more people are finding out about the videos available on Hometown Cable Network. And if you're watching this, we encourage you to spread that word. Let your friends and neighbors and relatives know that they can catch these games around the world. All they need is a high-speed internet connection. We handle the collection, they can have the connection. That's popped up to third base. Mark O'Shea grabs, and there's two down. Right fielder Justin Wachowski, the batter, with two outs, nobody on. Outside. This is a Tuesday over the weekend. The Eagles are in a tournament at Saranac Central against a couple of teams from the Section 10 area. We had hoped to get there for at least one of those games, but the weather was real bad. Cool, but that's not the big problem. The rain was the big problem. Yeah, we're not going to drive to Pickett's Corners 37.5 miles one way to get a rain out, or to stand there in the 42-degree rain while they're playing, because they ended up playing both games, but I'm sure they had less than desirable weather for those games. Foul tipped. Osher winds and delivers high. And much to his surprise, Wachowski walks. That was ball four. Jeremy Terrell at the plate. Top of the order should be getting on deck. Swing and a miss. He was fooled. He was in a different time zone in that pitch. Pick off. He's back. In tight. Oh no, misplayed. And they're going to have a run here. And a ball that was lost in the clouds by the left fielder, Austin Santor. Looked like he had it. And all of a sudden he realized it was over his head. So Schroon Lake scores first, and Lance Parody, the pitcher, at the plate. Had the same lighting problem last night at Champlain for the Beekmantown Northeastern game. And at second. 2 down. Terrell will be credited with a double, and that ball's well hit, but it certainly wasn't in the gap, so it was catchable. It's going to drop in. And we only got 2 hands, and we got 1 hand on our roster and 1 hand running the zoom and on-off button. So it takes us a while to adjust the lighting. So Terrell didn't score in that. 2 outs. I thought he might have had a shot at scoring. He should have been off and running. Here's Armstrong. Fouls it off. Strike 2. Parody goes to second, so it's second and third. And the pitch. Okay. Swing and a miss. Some of the players thought it was a foul tip, but Muggsy said no, and the batter said no, in fact. So 2 are stranded, and we're going to go to the bottom of the second with the score 1-0. Schroon Lake leading. Eagles are looking for their first base runner. They're going to send John Tregan to the plate. We are in the bottom of the second, 1-0, Schroon Lake leading. Parody winds and delivers in the dirt. Potential tying run is at the plate. There's a line shot, and that's a base hit. Potential tying run is going to be on board here as Tregan becomes Chazy's first base runner. Remind everyone out there, who was watching, this is viewer-supported local television, and we appreciate your kids and other kids being here on cable and on the internet about supporting our efforts. Here's Mike Santor. Nobody pays us to be here. It's viewer-supported local television, and we rely on voluntary support to keep this going. There's a strike. Hit to shallow right center. And the throw to first is going to go out of play. Now you should probably get third. Yes, he will.
Hey, nice catch, Pete.
There's Mark Osher. I said Mike when I read off the names, but it's Mark. He's the third baseman. Strike 1. Tying run at third base. 1 out. Bottom half of the second. I wish the sun would make up its mind. Either stay out or stay hidden. Now it's going to get too dark. One extreme to the other. Strike 3. So Mark Oshier fails to put the ball in play. And it's going to bring up Austin Santor, the left fielder.
2 down now, here we go.
He puts it in play. And good stretch. Good stretch by the first sacker, Armstrong. And throw from Bush. So the Eagles are scoreless in their half of the second. We go to the third with Schroon Lake leading 1-0. Wesley Beers leading off the third. Swings at the first offering, hits it to third. Go to first in time. Let's see, we got a new shortstop. Reynolds has moved to short. McCarthy had to leave. Not sure if it's a confirmation thing or what. So we have Beers out, Matt Savari, shortstop. Savari hit to short. Reynolds, who came in out from the outfield, wasn't able to handle it. He is mentally adjusting to his new position here, and that ball short hopped him. Now Anthony Tony Vanden Walker. 1 on, 1 out. And we're going to have a stolen base.
Nice job, Matt. RB, go, Rick. Come on, Tony. Come on, Anthony, let's go, bud. You're good. Get up. Come on, Anthony. Little second.
Outside. Strike. 3-1 to count. Strike 2 and a stolen base. The Latrimore's Insurance scoreboard in memory of Mary Latrimore. Keeping track of the score here. It's hit sharply, too short. Good job by Reynolds. Kept the man at third. 2 down. Tregan with a good stretch to grab that one. There's Brendan Bush, third baseman. Shrubbery Bush, I guess they're calling him. Strike called. No advance. Strike 3. Caught the outside corner. We're going to go to the bottom of the third. Still 1-0. The Wildcats leading the Eagles here on viewer-supported hometown cable.
You better stop watching that third strike go by. Let me tell you that. Anything close, you guys got to protect. You got to run around third base. That's crap. Come on, Parasite, let's go.
Jacob Kennedy at the plate. He's going to lead off the Chazy half of the third. Takes a high one.
Come on, kid. Hey, boys, let's get in and out there.
Scoreboard keeper will put another one on the scoreboard over there. 1-0 Schroon Lake. Strike. We are in the Bottom half of the third, 1-0. Strike 2 called. On deck is Andrew Rabideau, who came in for McCarthy. It's high. Again, we are here till 6:30. And we're going to head for the confirmation. Strike 3 looking, 1 down. Our time right now is 5:17. This is Andrew Rabideau on deck. Top of the order, Nate Reynolds, strike 1.
Come on, kid.
That was low and outside. Strike 2. Strike 3. 2 down. Good cut. Yeah, Coach Norcross telling him, if you're going to go down on 3 strikes, better make it a swing. Both coaches have that same philosophy. Nobody likes to see a guy take, or a girl take a called 3rd strike. Here's Nate Reynolds, leadoff man. 2 outs, nobody on. Team down by a run. Takes it high.
Be ready, boys. Here we go.
Lifted.
Nick. Come on, Nick. Squeeze, kid. Attaboy, attaboy.
Taken at second base by second sacker Langevere. So 3 up, 3 down for the Eagles. After 3 full, it's 1-0 Schroon Lake. Nick Langevere, the batter, leading off the top half of the 4th. Oshier winds and delivers. It's hit foul, strike 1. 1-0 Schroon Lake, opening game of the Mountain and Valley Athletic Conference season. And it's a short season. Don't have a lot of time for spring sports. They got to get the playoffs done by early June because they've got things like exams to worry about in June. Oshier to Tregan, and we got 1 down. Justin Lachuski, right fielder. And a pitch. Swings at a high one, strike 1. Strike. Strike 3. Late swing. There's Jeremy Terrell, top of the order on deck.
Let's go, Jeremy. Get a hit, huh?
And a pitch. Strike. 2. Hit to third. Oshier comes up with it. Over to Tregan. That's the way the inning started. That's the way it ends. After 3.5, we're halfway through this one. It's 1-0 Schroon Lake here on viewer-supported hometown cable. Action from the softball game. Just a little bit north of George Brenner Field over there. Watching Brian Norcross do a little work in the batter's box, it occurred to me that as he covers the plate with dirt here, making Muggsy work. I haven't seen a left-handed batter the whole game thus far. Gonna make Muggsy clean that plate off there. Brian deliberately did that. Rick Oshier, the batter.
Nothing for 3.
Bottom of the 4th inning in a 1-0 ball game.
Little low.
Two 2-0 pitch, taken for a strike. Three and 1. Caleb Snide on deck with the cleanup man Tregan on deck. Strike called. I think O'Shea thought it was a little low and outside. Just missed. Off the plate, I guess. Ball 4. So the Eagles get their lead man on, and Caleb Snide steps in. Strike. Low and outside, stolen base for O'Shea. Strike. 1 ball, 2 strikes.
Here we go, Lynn.
Potential tying run at second base with nobody out. That's hit to the left side. Shortstop is cheating towards second to help keep. Whoop, we're gonna have a safe hit, close one. That's short at second. We're watching O'Shea score. Snide made it into second. The shortstop was cheating towards second to keep O'Shea near the bag, and
Not a good choice right there.
ends up being hit to
Hey, right up the middle hard.
an area where he might have
Keep him close.
caught it if he wasn't cheating toward the middle. There's John Tregan with a potential go-ahead run at second base. You can see the area here where the shortstop might normally play, and you can see shortstop is kind of playing him like a left-handed batter instead of a right-handed batter, leaving a big hole, on the left side of that infield. Big hole on the left side for these right-handed batters. 0-2 the count to Tregan. Nobody out. Strike 3. And Tregan's going to reach. There's a drop third strike. Tregan wasn't thinking about going to first. And Snide was on a steal. He steals third base. Tregan gets first on a drop third strike because once Snide had made third, it behooved the catcher not to throw here.
Come on now.
Catcher Vandenwalker just couldn't throw to first. He'd be giving up the run at third. So now we've got Mike Santor at the plate. Still nobody out. Runners at the corners. We'll look for the double steal. It's a bunt. It's a fair ball. And they've got a rundown.
Help here.
They got a rundown.
Way to be, guys!
Coach Norcross going to tell him not to do that. Don't be quite so aggressive. Let the catcher feel that ball. He did not have to advance. But the other runners did the right things. They moved up. So it was at a point there that Snide had no choice to go home, because Tregan was at third. But that's what you got to do. You got to go up there and take that base.
last time.
So now we got Mark O'Shea up. And we've got strike one. We got one out, 2 men in scoring position. Parody ahead 0-2 on the count. See if he'll waste one here. High. Strike three. 2 down. Big strikeout. Big strikeout there for Parody. Now here's Austin Santor. 2 outs, minute, second and third. 1-1 is our score. Popped up. It's going to go out of play. Out of play.
You guys, somebody's got to keep him a little closer, okay? Got him! No! No! No!
Trigan should have been probably scoring on that one.
All right, here we go.
They're going to throw to second. He should probably be looking to come home. Strike three. So, Eagles strand a couple, but they score one and they tie it after 4 full. It's 1-1 here on viewer-supported hometown cable. Did I forget about Parody when I said no left-handed batters? Has he been batting from the left side this whole game? Anyhow, Parody is leading off the 5th inning in a tie ball game. 2-0 the count, 1-1 the score. It's hit to second in the hole. It's going to be not in time. Not in time. That's hit in the hole, up the middle. And second baseman Santor had to go almost behind second to make that play on a ball that was bouncing slowly in the grass. So it's an infield hit for Parody, and it'll bring up Jeff Armstrong, the first baseman. Pounding the ball on the helmet of Parody. When a pitcher gets overly distracted by the guy on base, it can lead to a lot of hits by the other team. Out. Out. Ooh, coach thinks it was a horrible call. Jeff Armstrong, another lefty hitter. I'm really been asleep here. Said there are no lefty hitters, and I've seen 2 here in this half inning. Two and 2. Scoreboard says 2 outs, but there's only 1. There's strike 3. Now there's 2. Just a little premature on that second out, I guess. He was anticipating. Wesley Beers, the center fielder, steps in. Yanked, foul, strike 1. 1-1 pitch, strike 2. Reaches for it. And he is out. We go to the bottom of the fifth. Still 1-1 here on Hometown Cable. Viewer supported local television.
Hey, you took both of these two. 891.
Jake Kennedy at the plate.
Come on.
1-1 to score. Schroon Lake at Chazy, April 20th, 2010. We are in the bottom half of the fifth inning. In about 44 minutes, if this game is not over, I will be departing.
All right.
Confirmation at Sacred Heart. I intend to be there. Let's hit to the pitcher, Parody. Over to the first baseman, Armstrong. We have one down. There's Andrew Rabidou. Shows a bunt. One pitch. Strike two called. 1-2 pitch. It's in the dirt. Strike three looking. 2 outs. There's Nate Reynolds. Strike one. Well hit ball to deep right center. It drops in. He's going to get a 3-bagger out of it. Reynolds will be in with a stand-up triple to right center field. Pitcher Rick Oshier can help his cause right here. A little conference at the pitching rubber.
To the right, 2 steps.
Line shot. It's caught. No, yes it is caught. It looked like it might have popped out, but it was caught in right field by Justin Wachowski, and it's nothing across for the Eagles. It remains 1-1 after 5 full on viewer-supported Hometown Cable. Matt Savary, shortstop. It's the first pitch in the 6th to 3rd. Osier to Tregan. We have one down. Here's Tony Vanderwalker.
Come on,
They got 1-1 score. Osier winds and delivers. Strike. 1 ball, 1 strike, 1 out. Strike 2. Hit to short. Reynolds bobbles it, sticks with it, goes to first, not in time. Brennan Bush, the batter. And again, we got to adjust our lighting here. Potential go-ahead run at second with 1 out. Pitch to Bush. Low. 3-0 count. Ball 4. So Bush walks. The first and second. Nick Langevere, the batter. Stolen base on 3rd. Now we'll have a steal of 2nd probably. Gets away, and there was no steal on, but Bush makes it to 2nd. Fouled. Put in play. On third scores, Osher came up on the ball, and they got by him, and then I think that completely surprised their Reynolds. I think Osher was in a hurry to make the play and just came up too soon on the ball. He could see the corner of his eye, the man at third trying to score. Langevere moves up to second. Coach Brian Norcross comes out to talk to his team. He doesn't want this to become a huge inning for Schroon Lake. 1-0 is the count to Wachowski. Swings. 1-1 the count. Second and third, 1 out. 2-1 to score. Just missing. Full count. First base is open. Bells of Sacred Heart are ringing. Strike 3 looking. 2 down. There's Jeremy Terrell. Father Gordon is ringing those bells to remind me I got to get out of here in half an hour. Strike 1.
Let's go, kid!
Strike 2. Osher had him completely fooled on that one. Strike 3 looking. So just a run for the Wildcats. They lead 2-1 after 5.5 are going to the bottom of the 6th here on viewer-supported hometown cable. Well, with Chazy trailing 2-1, this is an important half inning. The Eagles will send up their 3, 4, and 5 hitters. Here's Caleb Snide. Takes it low, ball 1. Foul ball. Two on the count. 3-1. Strike 2. High. Ball 4. So Snide draws a leadoff walk. John Tregan the batter. Tying runs at second.
Jeffrey in.
Strike. No. That one just missed inside. One pitch. Strike called. Nobody out. 2-2 the count. Fouled at the plate. Foul tipped. 1 down. Second baseman Michael Santor. Ball. Foul ball. Swing and a miss. Strike 3. 2 down. Third baseman Mark Anthony O'Shea. Looks like the softball game is done, so Sam chose wisely. His game is completed. Swings at the first offering. Hits the short. Nothing across. The Eagles, their leadoff man reaching second. Leave him there. Remains 2-1. We're going to the 7th. Lance Parody will step in. Top of the order up for Schroon Lake. They lead it to 2-1 We've got about 16 minutes before we're going to head out of here, so we're hoping for fast half innings here. Reynolds to Tregan just in time to get him one down. Now his first baseman Jeff Armstrong. Let's hope for another first ball hitter. Strike one. Fair ball. Good job. There you got him. That's catcher Snide firing to Tregan for the out. 2 down. Now here's Wesley Beers. 2 outs, nobody on. And the top of the 7th. Pitch from Osher is hit to third. Mark Osher comes up. Over to Tregan, and Schroon Lake did their part. They had a quick half inning. Let's see if Chazy can do the same. Either win it with 2 batters or get it over with so I can get to that confirmation. Lena Panetta came over and whispered in the other scorekeeper's ear here and didn't give me any clues to what changes Chazy might have in the 7th. This is Austin Santor, but we've got their numbers, so we'll hopefully pick up whoever steps up there. That's not on my original sheet. Bottom of the 7th, 2-1, Schroon Lake leading. Chazy can score nothing or 2, but they'd better not score 1 in this one, because I'm not staying for the 8th inning.
Here we go, guys. Everybody
Either win it or lose it, but don't tie it. 2-1 to count to Santor. Strike 2, 2-2. High. So we'll have a payoff pitch to start the bottom of the 7th. Swing and a miss, strike 3, 1 down. There's Jacob Kennedy. He's the right fielder. Hit back to Parody. Over to the first sacker Armstrong, and we quickly have 2 outs.
New batter here. New batter here.
And we've got Mike Reba. Mike Reba will step in. He's the difference here. He's the change, so he's going to bat for Rabidou. And looks like Keith Leduc might be the guy we don't get to see today. Chazy down to their last out, and Reba wants somebody else to make it. He said, I want to get on and let somebody else make that final out. Of course, it's possible that the final out has already been made. Strike 1. If Chazy scores 2, then we've already seen the final out. Top of the order on deck. Strike 2. Parody ahead 0-2 on the count. Both pitchers putting in fine games here. 1 and 2 runs respectively. It's just missing. Just missed. Muggsy holding off Collinette. Strike 3. That's in the dirt. 2-2 the count. 2 outs. 2-1 to score. Bottom of the 7th. 3-2. Full count. Nate Reynolds had tripled his last time up there on deck. Foul tip, hung on to. Strike 3. Parody strikes out the side here in the 7th. And the Schroon Lake Wildcats will defeat the Chazy Eagles in a well-played game on both sides. 2-1 is the final. So that's the way it was on this April 20th, 2010. We've been coming at you from Chazy Central Rural School, beautiful downtown Chazy. You've been watching viewer-supported local television, hometown cable. Win, lose, or draw. TV worth your support, hometown cable. And Once again, we're leaving here to head to the Sacred Heart Church for the confirmation with our bishop-elect, Morris Forks, native Terry LaValle, officiating.
That's great. Yeah, and something.